Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs. Let's role-playing games and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
We are back in the middle of a session. We ran short of time last time before our players could deal with the problem immediately before them, but I think it's well worth a chance for one of them to get a Benny to discuss what happened last time briefly before we jump right into there. And who wants to do it? Both Rob and Christine are at 2 Bennies. All right.
It's my turn. My turn.
Very good.
Get that Benny. Go on.
Get the
Very
Benny.
Good.
So last session then, well, we had just split up from the lantern, so basically it was us working out what we were doing with the remainder of our evenings from that Sunday. Grace had gone to spend the evening at her father's apartment. Elijah had been picked up, so it was just her, Ruthie, and her father. And she got to see the one-bedroom apartment that he has rented, which smelled of old people and wasn't very nice. The TV doesn't work and he's got nothing there.
Yeah.
But anyway, Andy had spent the evening with his parents at the hotel, keeping an eye on his dad, making sure he was woken up and checked on and okay. And Fish couldn't sleep, so he had hacked into Worldwell and discovered there a project Lycanthus, and basically indicated that Crewlight were doing this project. So he then hacked into Crewlight and found out about Dr. Silas Crow and Colonel Marcus Reaper Slade. So yes, he's been doing some hacking work. But we quickly moved into the following day, which was Monday, so our first day back at college after the carnival. Fish was using his doctor's note to get himself out of whichever lessons he wanted. Andy had a pretty rough day of it. He started at 8 a.m. and officially finished at 5, although he did get out of his classes a little bit earlier because he had a lot to sort out, because Monday is the full moon. And before he started his classes, Margaret had met up with him, and she did not look great. She was looking pretty disheveled, dark circles under her eyes, but she was telling him that she'd been doing some research. She'd found something in Caddo Indian myths about a hunter who hunted not necessarily wolves, but hunted humans who had lost themselves to the wolf, or something along those lines, I believe it was. She also was saying to Andy that she didn't have all the components she needed to redo the ritual for him not turning into a werewolf, so there was some work we needed to do before they could actually do that ritual this evening. And time was short because the moon would be rising at 6:50 that evening. So Andy has, as I say, had begged off his last hour of classes. He'd finished college at 4 instead of 5. And basically all was set to basically race around and try and finish off getting the bits and pieces that they needed. Margaret had managed to get a moonstone. Andy was pretty certain there was wolfsbane root at the sanctuary. But the other thing that they needed was a small piece of flesh from a person who knew about and believed in the werewolf in question. So Andy was hoping that Fish would help him out on this. He did kind of leave it right till the end before he actually finally did ask him. But of course, Fish, being the ever wonderful hero that he is, willingly offered up some of his flesh. But as he pointed out, he was being told that this was a one-off thing that he could do for Andy. So he was worried that didn't look so great, because once we've gone through Grace, who else does Andy know and trust, and who trusts him as werewolf? So some worries were put in place with that knowledge. But Grace was caught up in training, so she couldn't help them out with the ritual. this particular evening. So Fish was sorting out the shop downstairs, Marilyn's shop. He'd persuaded Marilyn to go home and that they had permission to run a games evening there. He was sorting out the shop. Margaret and Andy were upstairs sorting out the ritual. The ritual went amazingly well, very, very smooth. Margaret did a stunning job on it. Fish, however, did suffer some strange symptoms, which was that he smelled sulphur, and he got the distinct feeling that he kind of felt like he was back in that punishment room with a certain demon who nobody names anymore. Grace came out of her training and she had received a picture. And the picture was of her father and her sister, Ruthie, trussed up, fast asleep, knocked unconscious. And basically the words that came along with the message were basically that she had to go to a particular farm road south, 362, first logging road left, and basically she was to bring Andy with her and nobody else, and don't bring any interference, is what they were told. So of course Andy and Grace immediately get on the phone to enlist the help of the FBI and Alvarez, as you do, because you always obey the instructions that you've been given from bad guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Margaret refused to leave us. Andy tried to persuade her to leave, but she refused. So basically, towards the end of the episode yesterday, we found ourselves with Andy driving Nessie and Grace in the passenger seat, heading to this address that we'd been given, with Fish stashed hidden away and Margaret stashed hidden away in the back of Nessie. We had just turned up to the property. I've had a bit of a disagreement with the people who were there in their white vans, that we wanted to see my father and my sister. They finally dragged them out, and we noticed that there is a police car slowly coming up the gravel driveway behind us. Andy gets out of the car and steps forward in the hopes that they'll bring my sister and my father forward as well, which they kind of do a little bit. But when he steps forward, he notices in the distance on the tree line a wolf with antlers in the trees, and it seems to be judging him, he feels. So that is kind of where we left it.
Very, very good.
Hopefully.
All right. Not too bad. Okay, with that, I've already thrown a Benny on your character.
Yep.
And I think what we ought to do is go ahead and just move ourselves over to the clearing where we were last time. So those of you who are looking at the map can see I've already got a turn order up there because we're just about at that point. Andy has stepped forward bravely into the dancing flashlights and of the thugs who are out there. He sees that they have, looks like sort of heavy pistols, air gun type things. He guesses rightly that they're probably tranquilizer guns. And as he realizes that they're probably going to go ahead and pull those up and shoot him, I think it's time for cards. So with that, let's do Andy first. How many did you get again? 2?
2, please. Yes.
2.
We
have
6 of hearts.
Of hearts and a 6 of clubs. So 6 of hearts. All right. Fish in the back of the car gets a jack of clubs. Grace gets the ace clubs.
Clubs? Was that clubs or spades?
Yes, clubs.
Clubs, okay.
Let us see. I'm going to now do I'll do Margaret. She gets a 2 of hearts. So if you guys want to add her, feel free. Put her on there. She is operating with 1 fatigue, by the way, because she was up all night. And I did put that on her character sheet, Christine.
Oh, okay, lovely.
The group of crew light thugs, Yowzer, get the king of spades.
King of spades. King of spades.
Okay, can I get there fast enough? King.
Now that's the bad guys. That's not Reaper though, is it? Because he's different.
No, he's different.
He's different.
So
okay.
he will get the ace of diamonds. And then the creature in the woods is going to get a joker. Wow. I find that actually fascinating. I'm going to give myself the Benny.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's
And then
cheating.
I'm actually going to put one of your cop friends on the give them a turn, and that'll count for both of them. So I think you'll see, I think I just gave a turn to, or did I not? Do we see one of the cops on there? I do not see.
Think so, no.
I'll try it again. Add turn. There we go. I saw it. Everything jump. So you got there. Cool whirl. So he's going to get a 9 of hearts. All right.
I don't mind you having the extra Benny as long as you spend it on the cops.
Exactly. Why not? Okay. Let me get this. Let me get this quickly set up. It'd be nice if it would just do this correctly. What happened? I just lost all of my.
It's sorted, but not
They've gone down the
correctly.
bottom.
Yeah, and then all of the bad guys stuff there.
All the bad guys are at the bottom because they're on zeros, so you've not given them.
Yeah,
points
but
yet.
I
You
didn't
haven't
get
put
there.
them
I
in.
did.
Did you?
Yeah, so because the bad guys got the king.
That guy's got
of,
the king of spades.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Got those. Got the
Reaper got the ace of
Spades.
diamonds.
Reaper got the ace of diamonds. Ace of diamonds. And then the hunter got the joker.
Hunter got the joker, indeed he did.
All right. So I'm going to put him up the front. And then ace of diamonds.
Diamonds.
Ace of clubs.
Oh, no, that's Gareth.
King of
And
spades.
then let me see, where are you? King of spades. Boom, boom, boom.
The move.
This is harder than it looks, and it shouldn't be, but it is. Jack. There we go. Where's
That looks right.
Good. Yeah.
that? Looks good. Okay, so we can start sorting our way through this. That
You
sucks.
want to
That
move
that hard.
Officer Cole Wall down.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
he's on
yeah,
there.
it should be
Nine
of
no
hearts.
fish.
He's after me.
Whoop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right below
Yep.
fish.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. I think the hunter is going to go first. And what the hunter does, Andy, and you're the only one seeing it, is that it prowls around this way, steps forward, and it says into your head, "Why are you not letting me judge you? What is this upon you?" And you can respond whenever.
Yeah, I must.
Go ahead.
I must protect this young one. These enemies cannot see what I am.
Would you like me to remove the block?
No, it serves a purpose.
Very nice. All right. Colonel Slade, being the leader and not the not one of the actual people who are going to be assaulting you, probably. He moves forward, though, to stand here and points his little trank dart down your way. 10, 15, 20. So he is going to attempt to make a shot towards Andy with his little gun.
Well, I do have a question.
Yes.
I've just been looking at your trank rules.
Yes.
So it says on a hit,
Yep.
the dart injects a sedative, etc., etc., etc. Later down, it says ballistic or thick clothing counts as armor 2 versus darts. And there's arms or necks that are targeted. Called shots ignore this with the usual penalties. But
Okay.
Armor is counted. Well, is it? I mean, armor 2 normally would add to your toughness, but toughness is not being taken into account for tranquilizer pistols. So I'm not entirely sure what you're going to.
Okay, I think the ruling here is going to be that for them to hit you, they're going to need to make a called shot of at least -2 to try and like get you somewhere that's
you're going to have to target
like
my head or hands, basically.
So that's -4. That's -4.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think he is going to try and I don't know. I think he may not realize this. I think he's just going to go center mass. So that will teach the rest of them what's going on. So let's go ahead and do his shooting roll. Just D8. And he is a wild
unless
card.
he hits, unless he misses.
And he misses.
He missed.
So that actually may be a good thing for you, Andy, because the following ones, until a couple of them have pumped into your armor, they may well mess that right up.
He's finding it hard to. He's finding it hard to see Andy because he's silhouetted by the lights of Nessie behind him.
Exact. Maybe that's what it is. I like it.
You see how
whatever
I
the case.
positioned myself so.
It's well done.
Stupid is Andy's not stupid.
No.
That's why Grace rejiggled the car when she was doing her backwards and forwards bit, tapping the brakes as she was told to by Fish, but she was basically repositioning herself so that the headlights were directly in their eyes.
Right, Grace, you're up. Speaking of which.
My turn. Right. She's just seen that little tosser, shall we say, shoot at her friend. Her parents are, her father and Ruthie are no closer. She is not happy in the slightest.
No.
Basically, she is going to dive. She's got her stun gun, and she is diving out of Nessie.
Nice.
Leaving the door open. But she is going to make her dive her way down towards the lake, giving herself as much cover as she can.
Okay.
And she will try and shoot. No, she won't, because it's a fighting taser she's got on her. How close can she get? She might actually. I might take.
Good.
I might well take a run and also try for an action, so a multi-action.
Okay. Means it'll be at -2. That's fine.
Yep. And then she's going to try and move. So that's what she's going to do.
So place yourself first outside of the car where you get out. I don't think that side is necessarily where you are.
I think she'd be that.
Okay. I'm happy any of the spaces around the car.
Let's stand there. I think that's closer to that's more accurate to where the car is. So
Okay.
let's put it there. So run dice first.
Let's see how far you can go. Come on.
Exactly. 8 inches.
Total.
She's going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's there to him.
Nice.
And she's going to try and punch him with her stun gun taser.
Very good.
Where is it? Come on, fighting taser, where are you hidden? Stun gun taser shooting, stun gun taser visor, there it is.
Very nice. Very nice. You get the raise as well. So the vigor roll is made at what?
-4, but aren't we playing the thingy?
Oh, yes, we are.
Are we not playing the new rules? So that is, he's now stunned, I believe, not fatigued.
That's right. So he is stunned.
I can't remember how it plays out. How does it play out? I can't remember what it does.
They are distracted and
are vulnerable. Until they recover, fall prone, can't move or take any actions.
Until they recover from being stunned, and they have to make a vigor roll to shake off stun. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is at -4. So
at the start of the turn, but even if they make that, they're still vulnerable until the end of their next turn, unless they're
very good. Very good.
Making the bigger roll doesn't immediately take away all the effects.
I'm trying to put something on there to help me remember. Yeah, I've got at least something on him. Very good. So he falls to the ground before, as you rush across there and he's getting his aim lined up. Zap. Brilliant. I like it.
I'll teach him. He's not a happy bunny.
Okay. This guy's going to move out of cover. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to shoot his little gun towards you. Let us see what we can do with this.
Is he going towards Andy or Grace?
Grace.
I was going to say, Grace is the one who's just done some damage, so yeah.
So he'll do a quick shooting roll that is pathetic. I
spend a penny.
am gonna spend a penny on that. So come here, Benny. Okay. Anyway, I'm spending a penny on that. I will pull that off in just a second. I'll go ahead and do my shooting roll again. And you only get fail. I'm just let that fail at this point after burning a penny.
Spend
there we go. Yeah.
Just watch it, you. You get your bum out of the car.
Yeah, exactly. So once again on those.
There's plenty of other people who are going to shoot at me. Don't worry.
Guns. 5. So range of 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this guy can fire at Andy at the short range. So he will go ahead and do so once again with the same basic attempt, the shooting of 6. And there's a hit. And it is going to just plink off of his motorcycle jacket with the plating in it.
Does it not follow the usual rules of shooting then, this thingy gun? It doesn't go against parry. Because shooting normally goes against parry, doesn't it? No, it doesn't.
No,
you just did 4.
That's me.
Yeah.
I don't shoot anything. Yeah.
But stun guns have a rule about armor.
Yeah.
Which says that armor too, but it's a weird. I'm not quite sure how that should be applied, but
yeah, we'll have to jigger that.
Yeah,
because I don't see those going into armor. Maybe if you're talking about a thick-hided beast or something like that, then maybe there's a reason that's written that way. But as far as that hard plate, I think it clinks right off of there, and he yells, "He's armored!" So that's that guy. This guy's going to move forward. 1.
Rats.
1, 2.
Yeah, but they're all shooting simultaneously, so
yeah. You're right. Let's just call this round. All of their shots are going to be wasted. So you can go 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would be nice if you had an area weapon. Then, so they're all going to make some shots that I think will plink off of you nicely if they hit. But we'll still roll anyway. just because I'd like to see what would happen. There's a miss. Okay, this is also a miss.
Oh,
And
no, they're not
last
wild
of
cards,
all
are they?
is a miss.
No,
No, they aren't. So zip, zip, zip. These things go around you, but only one of them hit,
Spend a penny.
and the yell has gone out.
Spend
And
a
I'm not
penny.
spending a penny when they can't actually do any damage.
Come on, spend a penny.
But the battlefield has changed shape. Fish.
Okay.
I think you probably are peeking up at least by now, so you know what's going on when you decide to get out of the car.
Yeah. I'm observing, and
You can
sorry
choose
to ask.
which side to get out.
Am I, myself and Margaret, are we hunkered down in the back seats or in the boot?
Yeah. I think you're in the back seat. So, but
Back
you
seat.
can, or you can tell me. You can tell me. I could care less.
We've got plenty of weaponry in the back if you want it,
Yep.
Andy.
Well, I've got my
Well,
compound bow in there. And
I
my
thought
arrows.
one was in the back and one was in the footwell.
Yeah.
I didn't know which way.
My,
It kind
my
of said one was in the footwell.
repeating crossbow's in there as well. It's got a nice rate of fire of 3.
Ooh.
The
I think Margaret would more than likely pick that up. I'll be honest with
your
you.
call.
Oh, yeah. Does she have shooting? Don't know.
If she's got
Your
shooting.
call.
I pull them both out and I look at Margaret and I go, crossbow's easy to use. It's point and shoot. Reload, point and shoot. Reload. Actually, it reloads for you. I've just remembered.
She
Andy
does
got
have
the
shooting.
repeating one.
She has
do you want that,
shooting?
or do you want
It's
or do you want my compound bow? And then we make a decision, and I'm left with my compound bow, which is fantastic because I've never used a crossbow before. So the way that the vehicle's positioned, basically, I open the rear door very slightly and slide out, and then I want to go down the back of the car. Okay. And then into this thicket here.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Why not use the car door as cover?
Because I can't get to who I want to get.
I see what you're doing.
What's the range on a composite bow?
Yeah, it's the angle of the dangle though. But the composite bow has a maximum range at -4 of 48.
Okay, what's the short range?
That is 12. So I need to go forward
from the car behind the car door, you can hit anyone there at short range.
Yes, it's more about angle though. That's what I'm.
Angle doesn't matter.
Now,
We shoot past people, don't we, in this game?
yeah. Just a quick note for you because you would think of these things. No one's offered you guys deadly force that you know of yet, even though they're doing very bad things.
This is true. And the police are behind you.
And the police are right behind
None
you.
of us have currently offered them deadly harm.
Yeah.
So
they might pull guns out if we start shooting them with pointy things.
Yep, there is that. And I will say from where Andy's standing, he can see that they have strapped to their backs MP5s.
Definitely don't want to be shot at with one of those.
Just so you know.
Might be better off with a baseball bat. Are you wearing you're wearing your vest, aren't you? You're wearing your vest, aren't you? Your bulletproof vest.
Ooh, I see what he's thinking.
Ooh, indeed.
See exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay, I'm going to go for a multi-shot. I've only done this in competitions twice. So I'm gonna take out 2 arrows. Okay. I'm gonna hold them in my hand. I'm gonna put one in, and I'm gonna aim, and I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna go, God, this is a fucking sexy bow. And then I'm gonna release it. And I'm aiming for the back tire of the first van.
Okay.
Which is here, short range.
Yep.
Okay. The next one, I'm gonna go for mid range for the front tire over here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go for the back one over on the second, just in case Slade thinks that I'm shooting at him. But with the first one, he must know that that's what I'm aiming to do.
There's a 4.
Okay, so hang on. So you got -2 for 2 actions.
Yep. -2 for 2 actions. Yep.
Is it a called shot or not? What's your ruling on that?
I think it is a cold shot of -2. That's -4 total. Because that's a harder to hit thing than a full-size human. Ugh. Okay.
Okay, so
-6 on. Yeah, -6 on the
second one. Yeah,
that's at medium range.
Yeah, I haven't rolled the second one yet.
Oh,
depending on
for
the
that first one. Right.
Gotcha.
So my second one.
Ooh.
Yeah, -6. There's a 1.
Oh,
Damn.
blue poo.
What? Have you still got 1 wound?
Yeah.
Oh.
The hospital cleared one up, and when I go to sleep today, I'll clear the other one.
Yeah.
Excellent. My granddaughter just came in and asked about the cat. You're hidden by the notes page. So I just moved the notes page. Now she can see the cat. There's the cat. See? She's almost in the camera. She's excited. Oh, there's that cat. Yep.
No heckling from the peanut gallery.
Yeah. No heckling from the peanut gallery. Yeah, exactly. You bet. Have fun. Oh, is that for me? Thank you very much. Okay. I'll see you guys. Yeah. She just woke up from a little bit of a nap on the couch. So that's perfect. Okay. Very much.
And every time I hit the van and not the if I hit the van and not the ground, I kind of wince, because the thing about the bow and arrow is it's very quiet. You know, they shouldn't have heard it unless. So I'll let you decide whether or not there's a tink and what these guys do.
I think on the second one there's a tink, and I think that's, Slade will probably look around at that, but they're not reacting to that, like yanking out their machine guns or anything yet.
Yeah,
very good. I think the officers at this point are seeing you guys jumping out, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're going to go ahead and pull the vehicle up and hit the siren, well, not the siren, the lights. Whoop, whoop. And you got the red and blue going, and they have a spotlight that is now going out across this field. So I will think about how I do that. What I may do is, I know what I'll do. So anyway, that's what they're going to do.
By the way, just so you know, as always, Andy has his GoPro camera.
Perfect.
Going. Hopefully catch a nice shot of the Colonel.
Yep. So that light has now gotten much brighter with the spotlight beam coming down this direction, which will make it, I'll give a -2 for people that are trying to shoot down towards either of the vehicles and the cluster of our folks down below. Andy is highlighted by it, but you're still staring into the light. We'll see how that plays out. Okay. Finally.
So is that all the officers are doing, or?
I think they get out. So I think this guy gets
say
out.
Anything?
I was like, well, I think you hear over the microphone. Everybody stop what they're doing. They're just trying to see what's going on. And I think that they both pop their doors and sort of take cover behind their doors and will unholster their pistols, but they're not pointing them anywhere yet. Just to the ground. Andy, you're up.
Okay. Andy is going to.
Ooh.
I won't. What?
Sorry.
I won't say run forward. He's going to move forward. What?
Tranquilizers have a range of 5, 10, and 20.
Yep.
If the person is lower than 5, does that mean they can't shoot you?
No.
It means that's just short range, no penalty. Unless you're in melee range, in which case there's a penalty because you're in melee range. So it really is 2 to 5 is no penalty.
Yeah.
I got you.
Otherwise it's against their parry, which is a pretty bad penalty in itself.
Yep.
Very good. So Andy's moving forward.
Sorry.
He's moving forward to there, and he's going to shoot his taser at the colonel.
Nice. He has dodged, so it's -2 for any shooting that you do at him. As edges.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's -2 for the range anyway. So that's -4.
You didn't know that until you see how quickly.
I didn't know. That's it. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. So. Oh,
hey! That's a hit.
That is a hit.
Very good.
Make a vigor roll at -2.
Vigor roll -2. Come here. Open character sheet. Vigor 7. So
that's
what I will
5.
So that's a 5. What does that do?
So
that just
means he made it.
Okay. So what does that? What happens to him then at that point?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I believe.
All right, because of the new rules. Got it.
Yeah.
Isn't he still distracted?
Nope.
I thought the distracted still hit just for one round.
That's part of the stunned effect.
Okay.
So he is definitely. You see it hit him. You see the effect as he grits his teeth with the electricity coursing through him. Maybe it's his training. Maybe it's just the guy is just solidly tough, but he appears to be more angry than anything else.
It hits him in his chest, and he just flexes his pecs, and the barbs pop out.
Absolutely. You notice though that they are all wearing these environmental type suits that are designed to not leave behind a bunch of body hair and things like that. But you definitely hit him right into his chest, and there is a little blood spot. I think we are.
And Andy's going to move back.
Very good. And we are
he's going to move back.
Oh, bums.
And go prone.
Okay, you're prone. Margaret's turn. Very, very good. I like it. And you'll have to tell me what did we take off on the shooting here in just a minute.
It's -2, I believe. Let me look it up. I'll look it up while
Thank you.
Deal with that.
While Margaret is doing her business. Christine, you want to run Margaret's character out here? Remember, she is at -1 for almost everything because of her fatigue.
Yep. I think she's unsure now that the police officers have turned up. I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay.
she has basic shooting. She has very basic shooting.
Yes.
But she's not skilled at anything.
I will tell you.
I wonder if she's going to make a circle around the outside, try and sneak through the trees and come in behind, so that she can come around behind the trucks and slash at the trucks in some way.
I will tell you this.
Yep. Give me.
She has tucked away that is not on her care sheet because I didn't put it in there. So you'll have to deal with this different. She has built herself an amulet in the past. It'll work once and will provide a bolt.
Provide a what?
Bolt spell.
Oh, bolt. I thought you said a molt. I thought she's going to molt. What, her hair is going to fall out?
Yep.
She's a fairy.
If she's, it could be a fireball.
It could, depending if she wants to try and.
If she went for the area effect, and if she went for fire as the thing,
So there's something.
Does it have a range?
Oh yes. I think it's smarts or something like that. We'll have to look that up.
Smarts,
but thankfully, we've got a ton of time to look that type of stuff up as she is trying to figure out what the cops are saying, what she wants to do, and you can move her where you want to, etc.
I think I'm actually going to move her around through the trees. So I think I'm going to basically come this way across through the trees. So she's not going to get very far.
That's fine.
Actually, no. Should I do a run for her? And then just see how far she can get.
Yeah, I'm not going to make this difficult terrain. You're sort of moving in the shadows and through the trees.
There was only one more, so she's gone that way. Okay. She's basically trying to move through the trees and scoot kind of round towards the back. If anything, she's probably then going to get mesmerised by this wolf with antlers when she spots it.
If she sees him.
Yeah. Officer Nunez, as she goes by, she goes, get down. Don't know what these guys are up to. To Margaret, and Margaret sort of just ducks into the trees.
Yep.
Okay. Very, very good. Let's see what happens this next round. Okay, we've had the Joker, so I am quickly shuffling.
Shuffle.
Yeah. And
shuffle.
And then we will need to be trying to add these things as quickly as possible and put them in the right order, blah, 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 so that we don't slow this down too much. I'm going to work around our team first. I started with Andy last time with 2. Andy, there's 2. There's the 3 of clubs, of spades, and the 9 of diamonds.
I'll take the 9, thank you.
All right. Fish, you get the 8 of hearts. Christine, you get the 8 of diamonds. Margaret gets the 2 of clubs. She's been doing really well on that. If anyone wants
Have we reshuffled? Sorry, just to check.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, just wanted to check.
All right, let's go with the hunter. It gets the 3 of clubs. It's not going first. I think I know what it's going to do. Colonel gets the Joker. Wow. Yeah. So that's interesting. So Colonel gets the Joker, and then his thugs get the 6 of hearts.
Just the officers, Nunez and...
Officers get the 6 of spades. 6 spades, is that it?
That's everybody, I think.
That's everybody, so let me quickly start pushing some of these up here.
8 people, yes. 1, 2, 3.
And then
4, 5, 6,
3 above,
7, 8.
3 above 2.
8.
8 of hearts goes before. 8 of diamonds. Except I can't get there from here. There we come on. I'm having a hard time moving this. Let's see here. I'm going to do something real quick here. There. Now I can see a little bit better. There. There. This would have been so much faster if I had done that to begin with. Okay. It's taking up more space on the side. It is above there we go. Yes, thank you very much. Yep. Okay. I will take myself a Benny. I will instead take myself a Benny.
No, we just saw you spend it. We just saw you spend it. No,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
takesies, backsies.
definitely.
Yeah, we saw it end up on the table. Come on. Rules,
Very
rules.
good. And I'm going to have to actually shuffle again.
Loose fingers, loose bennies.
Loose fingers, loose bennies. All right. I think
That Slade's going to shoot Grace.
Oh, jeez.
With a gun.
I think he's seen what's going on here. He goes. He yells out, "Drug deal gone bad." And switches over to his MP3. Not MP5.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And he is going to take a couple of shots down at the cops. Now, what he's trying to do is take out their light and maybe make them rush for cover.
That's
Cool
a
shot.
hard call shot.
That is
Yes, it
very
is.
cool. That's
That's
Yeah.
minus 10.
Minus 6
Easy.
is the top I can give it.
Is he is he firing a burst?
He's firing 3 shots. So
Okay, so
that's
that's
a
minus
standard
2.
rate. Minus 2.
Does he
4,
risk
6,
hitting other
12.
people?
Yep.
Does he risk hitting other people?
I think he probably does.
Yeah, I think he would too.
So he's going to fire down that direction. And let me really quickly pull up his character sheet because that's what I want to do. There we go. I'm slow on this. Apologize. So we're talking the first shot towards the light is at a minus, what do we say? 4, 5, 6.
6.
And then it goes up from there.
8.
Minus 8.
Minus 8.
All right.
Why does it
Boom.
go up? Why does it go up from there?
And then it's going to go up again by another to 4. So by 2 each time. Is that right? 8, so 10, and then 12.
No. I mean, all 3 shots should be at the same penalty, I believe.
That's
So
right.
it's
Yeah.
minus
Minus
2
eight
for
all the
all
way
3
through.
shots.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. So unless he gets something just amazing. And there we go. So he has fired his 3 rat-tat-tat-tat down towards the cops. Both of them go, holy crap! You can see that they are at least scared by what just happened. Andy.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't give him his +2. Doesn't really matter for his having the Joker
What +2?
because you have the Joker.
Yeah, Joker gives you +2 for your actions.
Does it? Ah,
Yeah.
I never knew that. After all this
We've
time,
never
I never
used
knew
it.
that.
We've never
Yep.
used it because we
Never
always
used it.
hit when we went on our turn. Unless it
Thank
applies to
you.
damage, in which case we're owed.
No. There you go. Very good.
That does not give me any bonuses there, so... Don't like the idea of Ruth and Tom being caught in a firefight between...
And you don't know when
Police
one of them is just
officers.
going to turn their gun down.
Yeah, exactly right. Andy's going to move out of the lot. He's going to stand up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, 6 to there. So he gets out of the line of fire.
Very good.
And tase this mook here.
Very good.
There
we go. That'll do it.
Figure roll at -2.
Quick figure roll, -2. Figure is only a d6. Nope. He takes the full brutal effect.
He's stunned.
He is stunned, so he goes down.
Yep.
Got it.
That is shot 2 with my taser, so I've only got 1 more.
Okay. Hey.
That's it. I'm done.
Very good. Fish.
So, it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's very difficult to identify when a gun's been fired, whether it's live ammunition or blanks.
The tranks didn't make any sound.
No, but ammunition-wise, because I saw that...
that first 3 shots. Oh yeah.
I believe under Texas law. I believe under Texas law that you could be considered in danger of your life, and this would be self-defense. You can absolutely shoot his ass.
Absolutely.
But I also know in Texas law, he's allowed that semi-automatic rifle because there's a pond there with fish in it. We could be going fishing.
He's not allowed to shoot at police, though.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's really a bad one.
So I'm thinking...
He's probably on parole anyway, so he can't have it.
I'm now thinking, is he a stable-minded individual, or is he a crazy colonel?
Yeah.
So
he did just order people. He did just shoot the police. So no, upstairs maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. So I'm going to move my. Going to target Slade.
Okay.
So I notch an arrow up. I whisper to the arrow. Come on. Aim true. Strike hard.
He's got. He does have -2 because of his dodge.
Yes. Oof.
But that wouldn't have hit anyway.
No. Not so
1,
much.
2, 3, 4, 5. And then I scarper over to here.
Okay. Very good.
Me done. This arrow goes whizzing past him. And
that's brilliant.
It's far enough to be not of a concern, but it's
still
close enough that he knows that whoever's firing that arrow it has actually switched to targeting him.
Yes, not just shooting the van or the shrubberies behind him. Absolutely. All right. Grace.
Grace is going to move forward. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Next to her dad.
Perfect.
Cone body.
Go on, kick him in the balls. Go on, kick him in the balls.
And she is going to hit out with her fighting taser again.
Got it.
At the Reapers in front of her. Yep.
Absolutely.
She's the one she sees as the most dangerous. She's now pulled a gun. The others haven't yet pulled their guns.
No.
this round, but they haven't yet done it. So she sees him as the real danger to her parents. And she is also going to yell at him at this point, "Get away from my dad!" Right, just so everyone knows where she's coming from.
Absolutely. Oh!
Sorry, right, got to write that down quickly.
I need to write
I think it's spend a Benny time.
It is indeed spend a Benny time.
She
is spending a Benny, and she will try to re-roll that. Ow. Right again.
Oh,
Well, it's
6.
better.
He's parried.
With -2 for his dodge.
Nope. That's only for shooting. So you hit him because it's a 6.
Okay.
So it's -2 vigor. Is it?
Yep,
No.
minus two bigger roll. Yeah.
Okay. And I will.
Damn it!
So he's succeeded. This guy seems to be
He's tough.
pretty dang tough. Wow.
Well, hey, well, that's what I expect.
I was already prepping to spend a Benny on that, and was like, oh,
I know. I could hear you.
Okay. I think that's probably food delivery. Dogs barking, phones ringing. Apologize. We move over to our officers. Frank Nunez pulls his Glock and points it downrange. He sees a mess of people in the lights, including Grace. And he's not going to shoot into that. He's a good cop. But he is going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because he's brave.
Somebody off to the side here, next to a downed, downed guy that I downed. Who would have been a good target?
Hey, you don't shoot a guy this down.
The guy next to him. The guy next to him.
Well, he sees that now, but that guy doesn't have a gun out that he can tell. He's got something out.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He's got something that looks really, really like a gun.
Really gun-like. Oh, you know what?
He shot at me.
Give a persuade roll against your GM. I was joking.
How about a notice roll to see that it's a stun gun?
I like it, and he probably would fail that. So let me see. Oh, do I?
It's probably quite hard to tell at night.
I succeeded the persuasion against the GM.
You don't know what my spirit is, but you probably would with that. Go ahead. I'll do a.
Isn't it a wine tonight? Red wine? Is that
I'm just going to do a D6. Oh no, he fails, so he is going to shoot because he thinks that guy may have a gun pointed roughly his direction. So let's see what he does. We're going to give him a D6 shooting. He's going to shoot. No,
crap!
Bang!
Hell.
But it's a loud bang as he shoots across at that fellow. Officer Worrell sees that they're now engaging what appears to be a drug gang or something weird out here. And I think he's going to go ahead and take a shot across. And he rolls a 4, which is a hit. And we'll just pick one of these guys at random. It's going to be one of the ones that's standing. The one that's further away from Ruth, who's lying down. And he's going to roll. Glock does 2d6, I think. So let's do that. Boom. 11 points of damage. And this guy, he just...
The 6 needs to roll again, doesn't it?
Hang on. 6 needs to roll again.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
So 11 plus.
Yeah, 6. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Another 6. Keep going.
Oh!
So
Doesn't
that's
matter.
17.
There you go.
I think that's a
20.
headshot.
Yeah, this guy goes down just immediately, just drops like a sack of boom. And he's down.
Golf clap.
Okay.
Golf clap.
Wow.
Golf clap for the cops.
That is some shooting there. He needs a
the problem is that now all of the minions are going to unload their MP5s. But hey, what about didn't I see that just behind the cops last week at the edge, wasn't there
Alvarez.
a certain
yes,
Detective
there
Alvarez?
is. And you don't even have to say that. I have not added him to the thing. As he's driving up, he gets to here, and he will be in our next round. Not only that,
he would have heard all the shooting going on.
Not only that, at the very edge of the screen are your FBI folks.
Oh,
The cavalry has arrived.
Well and truly arrived.
Bearing what you want.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to make a vigor roll for two of these guys. Let me see really quick. Oh, come on. Yes. All right. Come here. Open the character sheet really quick. Vigor. First guy's vigor is a 1. The next guy tries a vigor, and he gets a 3. I'll spend a Benny on the second guy just for jollies. Because I like needs. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
So, so with the raise, that means hang on, where are we?
That's more than raise.
Success. No. With the raise, his vulnerable state goes away at the end of this turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which one of the two is that?
He's still vulnerable.
Sorry, which one are we talking?
This one next to Andy.
Next to Andy. Yep.
So I think that they are not distracted. They can stand up. They can move and take actions, but they are vulnerable.
Come on. Nope. Pick that to lance.
Which means that, attacks and actions against the target are made at +2 until the end of his next turn. So that's
gotcha. Very good. Okay, so those guys have done that. I still think he's probably going to get to shoot. That's correct?
He can act, yeah.
All right. So I think, let me see how this is going to play out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he goes 1, 2, grabs the straps on the back of this guy that's down. So he's on 2, 3, 4, 5, and starts throwing him into the van. So this guy's thrown into the van. This guy's still outside of it, throwing him into the van. And does not shoot. Trying to make some quick decisions here. I think this guy grabs this one who's down and chucks him in the back of the van. Is here. This guy is going to move there and shoot down at Officer Nunez. 3 shots, so -2. Really quick. Come on. Care sheet. And shooting 1 shot.
Have they changed from taser? Have they changed from tasers or something?
They have.
Yeah, to the MP3.
So he fires. The first one's a hit. Second one is not a hit. Third, actually no, 5 is not a hit. That's a hit.
5's not a hit, no.
Yep. So the 7 is the hit.
Yeah.
And the damage from this, we'll roll real quick and hope for the best. We get a 7. Officer Nunez has a 6, so he is purely shaken.
Does he not have a vest?
Armor?
He's not wearing his tack vest. They were just out doing the street. Yeah, they were.
Wow.
Yep.
So he gets
but shaken.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's shaken. That's it. So what I'll do is I'll just go, boom, and we'll just put a little dot on him that he's shaken. This guy is, I think he sees Officer Worrell as the other danger, and he's going to shoot at him.
How?
This guy.
Oh, they were all doing 3 shots, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. With their little submachine guns. Yep.
Yep.
So, here, come on. I just shut that for no good reason, so now I have to bring it back up, and then I go, boom, first shot. That looks suspiciously like a hit. Second shot, that's not a hit. And the last shot is not a hit, so 1 hit. The 1-hit wonder. We'll see what damage he does. Oh, that ain't so good, guys.
That's not good.
Nope. Officer Worrell, who you guys have known a lot, just went down.
Oh, no.
Yep. Okay. And after his shooting, he moves back. I need to decide if he thinks about it. I don't think he does. I think he goes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can get into the van. He leaves Ruth on the ground. I think. Do we have any of them left? Is this guy gone?
Well, somebody's thrown one of the stunned guys.
This one did. This guy did.
Yeah. No, he shot at Nunes.
He shot at Nunes.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think he did the rest of his move, so I'll jump him in the van. And then we're going to go to... So those are all the crew-like thugs.
Mm.
The hunter. You hear a voice in your head. Ready?
Mm.
It says, "This is hardly fair. Your spell is immediately broken. On your round, you will be needing to see what you do to try and fend off a full moon change."
Oh.
Right.
I think
Margaret.
you should have had to make a roll against Margaret's absolutely fantastic spell weaving of her craft.
You think so? Yeah.
I think he should have done.
You think so? Yeah.
I think he should have done.
You can think. I think you can think.
He got 20. Was it 27?
Yeah. I
Her
think
roll was absolutely
this
amazing.
amazing mystical creature who is here to judge werewolves, I think can do what it wants with impunity, and has done so.
Oh, you rat.
I am a rat bastard when it comes to that. Uh-oh. Will my granddaughter start repeating? Okay. Very good.
Granddad, rat bastard. Granddad, bastard.
Okay, Margaret needs to go, and I will start working the dice.
Bye, Cora.
I'm working with.
Maybe you're getting a glare from behind you.
Yeah, I was like, oh
It wasn't
no.
me.
Like that.
It wasn't me, Cora.
This time.
Just for the record. I'm being a good boy.
Okay, go ahead and start moving, Margaret. Christine.
Oh, yep, Margaret's running.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Running.
Pete.
Oh,
Get the
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts.
Oh no! Stop doing that.
Yeah, that is you're keeping
I
track
gotta
of it.
take note of these.
I get it.
1,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That one. She's there.
Very good.
She's run to there. See this wolf now.
Think you can make an occult roll.
Oh, she can make an occult roll.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Ooh. Come on.
Oh no.
No. No, that's Tulok. Tuloko roll. You want an occult roll.
Nope, she does not notice anything out of the ordinary.
She could shoot. She could shoot at the guy at the back of the van, though.
No, she
can't
ran.
bow and arrow.
That would be
Or she
multi-action.
can fireball. Or she can fireball both of the vans.
Yeah,
You ran.
you'd have to call that.
Yeah. Sorry, fair enough.
I don't mean to be funny, but yeah. You know.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Okay, what did I get card-wise?
Yep, you have a King of Hearts, Andy.
King of Hearts.
Fish.
Joker!
The Joker.
Yes!
Yes!
Joker again. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's 3 rounds in a row.
We all
Remember,
get
you
a
get
Benny.
plus. Yes,
Grab a
you all
Benny,
get a
everybody.
Benny. All get a Benny.
All
And
get
you
a
get
Benny.
a +2 on this time. On
Fish gets a
everything.
+2.
Rob, remember that? All right. Then we go to Grace. He gets the 10 of diamonds. And then we go to Margaret, who once again gets a 4 of diamonds. She just cannot seem to break out of that, can she? The single digits. The officer who's still up gets the Queen of Hearts. So let me see. Oh, come on. Queen of Hearts. I guess we're into the thugs now. The thugs.
Margaret?
I did Margaret.
Oh,
She
did you?
got the
Okay.
4 of diamonds.
Okay, great.
The True Light thugs get the Ace of Clubs.
Oh.
Clubs? I thought it was spade.
That's a club.
Okay, club. Okay.
Ace of Clubs. The Colonel gets
Joker
a
of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts, sorry.
Wolf.
Did that get put? Where is he? There he is.
Wolf
Sorry.
Dude.
I keep looking and messing it up. It's the Jack of Hearts. I know. And the Hunter gets the Queen of Spades.
What about Alvarez?
Yep.
You said he would go this turn.
Alvarez is there. And he jumps out. He will be added to the list. Man, we got a lot of stuff going on here all at once. I need to give him a turn. Add turn. Boom. Detective Alvarez will get the 6 of clubs. So not going super fast. I can't type with one finger. 6 clubs. There we go. Let me start moving these around. So fish, Joker baby. We've got the king. We've got a queen.
Another queen.
We've got an ace. We've got another queen who goes before the Queen of Hearts. Here we go. And then we've got 8. Nope. 8. And then the 6. So that looks good. All right. Fish. Do you choose to go ahead and go?
I do choose to go straight away. I'm going to take -2 for a multi-action. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to notch an arrow, and I'm going to use my card for minion. I'm going to use it on this dude, and I'm going to fire an arrow as I'm going over to Officer Cole. Okay.
Very good.
So that gives me a plus an extra D6. Is that for attack and damage?
I think it's a single roll.
Ooh. I think it's your shooting. So I think it would go on your shooting. So not on your damage. It would just be on your shooting.
Well, I hit him.
It affects.
Oh, you hit him. So if you'd rather put it on the damage, I'm happy with that.
I'm fine with either, because it doesn't say. It just says on that chosen target, I get an extra D6.
Ooh,
so I roll the damage, and then I'll roll the extra D6 like that, which I'll do again.
Oh,
that's 9.
There you go.
So that's 15 points of damage.
Boom. Nice.
against his toughness. Right, my second action, which will be at a -2, okay, is I'm going to plug the wound and try and stabilize Carl.
Okay, he's coughing a lot of blood, and but at least his eyes are rolling as he's looking around. He's been hit in the neck. It looks pretty catastrophic.
In the back?
Neck.
In the neck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's piss easy.
Good for you. Just
finger straight in the hole, and then I try and find something if I've got something to basically. Yeah, but basically I'm going to plug that hole, and I'm going to have a feel around to see whether he's actually damaged any stuff.
Okay.
And you push the bullet in further.
Yes.
Just looked up the rules on Jokers.
Yes.
+2 to all trait and damage rolls this round.
Okay, so even +2 to the damage.
That includes your second attack, and every roll, including damage
every
rolls.
roll. That's brilliant.
Okay, so in which case, because I
Did
know
it change anything?
the attack, the shooting, no, because the shooting would have been -2, but then I get the +2, so that's normal. So the 4 still stands as a hit, and the damage. It would have had 2 more points of damage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very good.
And the healing roll will basically have the +2 as well.
Have a +2, yeah.
Which I haven't made. Which I'm just about to.
The +2 cancelled out by the
-2 for the multi-act.
-2 multi-action, so the +2 cancels that.
Okay, we're getting all excited again. Let's deep breath. We'll push through it. So your healing roll sadly
I succeeded.
What? There is a 4. That's nice. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm careful not to push the bullet in any further. But basically, if my index finger doesn't fit, the thumb's going in. Basically, I need that blood to stop pouring out. And I'm going to sit him up so that his neck is above his heart.
Yeah. Okay. You're on it. You are on.
I gotta say, it's a good job Andy's not the one healing him, because all he knows about bullet wounds is apply a tourniquet.
Yeah, right.
Well, at least he wouldn't bleed out, would he?
But I will say that Andy is smelling a lot of blood.
Ooh. Does that give him more minuses? Are you going to be a toad and give him more minuses?
Anthony, for the record, I have put my bow down, so I'm now completely unarmed.
Your hands deep in what you're doing.
And I shout for help. Medkit, help! Officer down!
You're in the headlights as well, so you're very visible what you're doing. So that's all good.
Absolutely. And I think Alvarez can see exactly where you are. From right, well, he may not see exactly from Nessie, but he can hear your yells. Okay. So let us move further down this list. This guy moves towards the back of the truck, reaches out and pulls this guy in.
So I knew they were going to do that.
But does not shoot.
Yeah.
This guy is going to open up at Andy. So he is stupid. Here we go. It's going to be a faster way to do this. First shot is a miss. Second shot is a miss. And third shot is a hit with the raise.
Thank God he's not a wild dice.
Yeah.
It's 11 still. Jeez.
So hit with the raise, so the extra die will count on this. So 9.
No, he's not a wild card. He doesn't get bonus damage.
But he gets. Oh, he doesn't get any bonus damage, even with a raise.
He does to the damage.
Because it's a raise.
He doesn't get it on his shooting, but he does, because it's a raise, he gets the extra dice on his damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the way that works is just his shot is good enough to do the extra damage. He's not getting the bonus dice. He was just basically, you would be rolling an extra 6, but since there's a bonus dice there, I just take that instead of rolling that extra 6. So that's going to be interesting. 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 13. Andy.
13. That is a raise. So Andy will take a wound. I will make
soak that bad boy. All right, he's going to soak that bad boy. I knew it.
Okay, so there's my.
Come on, soak. There you go. That takes down a wound. And then you're not shaking.
And I'm not shaking, yeah.
Correct. We established that.
Yeah.
So very nice. The bullet zings by you, and you can hear it crack in the air next to you, but definitely does not hit you. With that, he's going to jump in the van, and it is now Andy's turn. Now, before Andy does anything, Andy needs to give me. Have we established this as spirit or as vigor?
I believe we established it's a spirit roll.
I think this is going to be a spirit roll. I think just at -2 at this point. Boy. Let's think about this, team. Just to be fair, it is the full moon. It's the hunter moon with the hunter right next to him.
He had a monster spell cast on him that was amazingly amazing. I think that negates,
that's
I think
fair.
that negates that side of it a little bit.
Okay, then it's just going to be at -2. I was going to try and stack up a bunch of things. I think it's just -2.
I know you were trying to go for more.
Yeah, there's blood in the air. Let's see what happens.
It's a duel to the death. Andy looks away.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Andy, you hold on to your grip. And you can see across there that misshapen head with the giant antler sort of just tilt a little bit as it's watching you fight not to change. Okay.
Hey.
Andy, your turn. Go ahead.
Andy is going to, let's see, what do I think? 6. His parry's got to be more than a 6, hasn't it? No.
I know, I got his parry. His parry was 6 because I matched it.
No, because if I try and shoot the taser range, it's a -2 for range and a -2 for his dodge, so I need to make an 8.
Yeah,
I think it's more than -2. You'd be at I think you're -4 at that range. You need to move up.
Oh, after I moved up, but
okay.
Yeah. No, I'm better off going for melee range. I'm gonna try and tase him.
Very good. You're into the parry range. You're gonna be going for the tase.
Where is it? Actually, thinking about it, he's not going to try the taser.
Ooh. What does he do?
He's going to use the pepper spray.
Yes!
Oh, I'm excited.
Clap.
He's going to pull out his pepper spray.
Very good.
So from melee range, so fighting roll.
Okay, that does not beat it.
Not going to be his parry, so I'm going to spend a penny.
Fair enough.
There we go.
With a raise.
Yeah.
So what does it do with the raise?
It's the same as a taser. -2 vigor roll or be stunned.
All right. He's on it.
Is it -2 with that raise or is it -4?
No, it's only a -2, unfortunately. There's no.
Oh, you never get to a -4.
Holy shit.
Not under new rules.
Oh, you take the Mickey moo.
Wow.
Oh my god.
He rubs at his eyes. Think I haven't been sprayed with that before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I think so. Andy's gone now. The hunter.
Come on, Hunter.
I mean, that bloody hunter could have helped us.
Forward into the, and he is now just watching you, Andy. It's like he is absolutely going to see what you do in this situation. He's made it as hard as he can on you. Are you in control of the wolf, or is the wolf in control of you? That's what it wants to know. You can just feel it in your head, probing at that question.
Now, I have to ask the question. Does Grace notice this great, huge freaking wolf that's come up?
I think you're facing away from it, but I would say I'll give you a... I mean, it's a cult.
Oh, okay, so it's not really there. It's mystical.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
I mean, it could probably be there if it wanted to be. Let's put it that way.
Can I ask a question? Can we try and tame it? Because that's as big as Nessie. We could all fit on it.
You could ride that all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Grace, I think just because of the nature of this thing, that really this is a Margaret Andy thing to see when it's in this particular formation. So Margaret will be staring directly through it this next round, so we'll see what happens with her. Okay. I think it probes at you, Andy, for this round. So basically all this is going to do is make you make another spirit roll to avoid changing. Still at just -2. It's just a little nudge. It's a little nudge.
Yeah.
That knot.
Just -2, yes.
That's much.
Another Benny.
Here we go. Oh, things get interesting.
Benny.
Things get really interesting all of a sudden. Wow. Okay. So, what's going to happen here?
My last penny. Try again.
Nice try.
I believe in you, Andy.
You had me waiting in the wings.
Oh, yes, I did. So with a burst of fur and creaks and groans, you're now there. You're now large, and the creature is watching to see what you do. What do you want to do? Actually, it's not your turn, is it? Oh, no. Even better. So Officer Worrell is down. So we skip him. Actually, the other officer, Nunez, he sees what you're doing, and he goes, and he's got on shake. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I mean, he can still move.
No.
Yeah, he can still move.
So he does. He moves down this direction to get next to his partner. Kneels with his pistol pointing out. Looks like they're running.
We'll never catch them if we don't stop those vans.
Right. So this guy is going to be moving out of 2 people's range. Okay. So
I'm going to take an opportunity attack on him then.
Very good.
As will Grace.
As will Grace. Let's see what happens.
You going to go first, Andy?
Okay, I'll go first then. Yeah.
Actually, let me give him a fear roll first, because I want to see if he's really shaken.
Yeah.
So let me, I think the fear table, if I click that, submit, did it do anything? And it did not. Damn it. That would have been too freaking easy. University. Boom.
So it's a spirit roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a spirit roll. Sorry, I was trying to find the stupid fear table really quick.
Go on.
See if you guys. I'm jumping through. Here we go. Nope, that's cursed effects. That's not what I want.
Okay, I've got the fear table up.
Okay, which is so he's going to roll. What is it? A D20?
Did he fail his spirit roll?
Oh no, we have to see that first.
Fear
You're
check,
absolutely right.
Spirit roll as a free action. When they first spot a creature with a fear ability, does Andy have a fear ability?
Yep.
No.
Well, no, but he is scary, so I'm making it happen. So he is going to make.
Yeah. So if he fails the spirit roll,
okay,
it's a D20.
He does not.
He's just a flinty as heck.
All right, flinty guy. He goes, oh, scary ass thing, and keeps moving. Go ahead, take your attacks.
He's been creating these damn things, so I wouldn't have thought he'd be feared by it.
Well, maybe he has, or maybe that's the other group. You aren't sure.
Yeah, right.
Grandy missed him. I made my roll earlier and he missed him.
Oh,
actually, I do think that he should have made the fear roll and then you made that, but you were very kind in letting him off with that.
Oh, thank you so much, Grace.
Okay. I've just realised I'm not using my frenzy, but never mind.
Oh no! That's one of your most powerful things. I don't think you can't on your when they're disengaging, but you can hit him like that as he's going by. Very nice.
Yeah.
So he needs to make a vigor roll.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. And he goes, damn it. And jumps in here.
4 vigor rolls he's made at -2.
Yeah. That is pretty freaking amazing. Their doors are shut on the vans. They're idling, and so they're getting ready to go.
They're idling. They can't go yet.
No, they can't. Grace,
they can't go yet. It's not their turn.
No, you're up, Grace.
They've got to wait for the next round.
Slash tires. Slash those fucking tires. Blow the fucking vans up.
I do think that they're smart enough to hit the locks on their doors, but yes.
This time round, because they've learned from last time, have they?
That didn't work so well for him. Yeah.
Last time. Grace is basically going to shoot forward, and she will have a go at slashing at their tires.
Okay. I think that's fair enough, and I don't think that this is a called shot at this point. So just go ahead and give me a fighting roll. I think the toughness of the tire is going to be a 6, and then we'll just see how it plays out. There you go.
Probably an automatic hit, but yeah.
It should be an automatic hit. So there's a bunch of damage. So you have punctured
damage. That's my
tire.
fighting roll.
That's your fighting. So give me some damage. Because you're right, that could be lower than
it was a raise, so you get bonus damage.
Yes, you do.
So that is strength plus D4, isn't it? Because it's using a knife.
Yes. Okay.
7 points.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough that the tire is shaken. I would say. Oh, there's the 2. 2 as well.
Tire's
right?
shaken.
so 4, 5, 6. Correct.
Fine.
You don't add them all together.
Oh, add them all together.
No, you do, because it's
add them all together. Okay.
It's the 1d4.
It's a strength roll plus D4 for the knife.
D4 of the knife.
And plus the 4 because it was a raise.
Perfect. So, yep. So it is going down. The tire's going down. Very, very good. Detective, any other movement? Any other?
No, that That's it. Actually, no, she's going to move back to her parents. Her dad. Her family.
Nice. Okay. Detective Alvarez is going to run. I'm going to give him a d6 run die, which is a 6. So he's going to have 12. 1, 2, 3. So here we go. How many squares? 7 squares. He's running up here. Oh, Cole! He gets down on one knee and is trying to help out Fish without. Actually, he reaches in.
Alvarez, shoot the fucking tires! Fuck off!
What?
I've got this. Trust me.
Okay.
Just shoot the fucking van.
Okay.
Take the tires out.
I think you can have him stand up and he'll start going that direction. But I think that at this point he is very.
You can take the -2. He's a fucking crack shot. Ex-FBI.
Shot. Do I have a character sheet for him? I may not have done that. Uh-oh, Grace.
Oh, I'll make the roll for you if you want.
D8. Oh.
Fish is doing it.
Oh, he would definitely spend a penny.
He doesn't have any bennies.
Yeah, he's a wild card, isn't he?
No. Though we might make him one in the future. Oh, you know.
Yeah, how we get penalized, huh?
I mean, we don't give Margaret bennies. We don't give. Maybe we should, because any wild card gets stuff. You can, roll again, Fish. Give a D8 roll, just for fun.
D8.
Yep.
Me.
Yep. Go for it.
If this sucks, I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, hang on. You're not using your wounds, are you? You're not. Your wounds. Your wounds aren't affecting this, are they?
No.
No, because that's on the character sheet.
I rolled the same as Anthony.
Yeah, and there's your wild eye, and with the -2 for the that we had mentioned. Yeah, it clunks into the side of the van. That ain't so good. Margaret, she's the last one to do anything. Go ahead, Christine. What do you think she does?
Well, I think the first thing she should be doing is she should be making an occult roll to see if she spots this.
Okay, very good.
This wolf thing is the first thing that she probably should be doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's see that.
How did that go?
Yeah.
That was a success.
I'm going to give that to her. She beat the fatigue and everything else. Now make a fear check.
Ooh,
so give me a spirit roll.
Yep.
You'd be better off not making the occult roll. You've only penalised her.
Okay, so you succeeded on your spirit roll, so you are not going to have to make. Actually, no, it's -2 for this creature. Yeah, so no, you fail that, and on the roll itself will be 2 down on the table, Fish. So go ahead and give us a D20 there, Margaret.
Oh, D20.
Yep.
D20, rolling, there we go.
7, so 8, 9. I think it pushes it up the. It goes
vulnerable.
down. Vulnerable. Okay.
7 to 9 is vulnerable. The target is vulnerable until the end of their next turn.
Okay,
so that means it's attacks against terror at +2.
Yep, that's it. So she can do other things. Go ahead, Christine.
Yeah.
So if she wants to move, she wants to do other things, great.
Well, she is going to run forward. Is the first thing she's going to do, run forward. And
is this a multi-action?
Yes.
Okay.
It's got to there.
Okay.
She picked up a log from a bit of where she was in the forest, and she shoves it under the tire.
Oh, got it. It's a try. I mean,
they've got a flat tire and a wheel that doesn't want to move because it's just coming against a log.
Yep, they're going to have to gun it.
They are going to have to. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Very good.
It should give them a minus to their chances to move away. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a log stuck there and just gunned it over with most anything, but I like Margaret's idea And we do have a tire that's rapidly deflating on that front.
We do.
Absolutely. And with the police cars all behind them, they're forced to go further down this farm road to, we don't know exactly where. Let me see. I've got to go quick tokens map. Bump. Change layer. Tokens. Change layer.
We got a helicopter waiting.
Still in combat, aren't we?
Yeah, sorry. It's moving the whole map.
So I wouldn't worry about where they need to go yet.
No. Because we do need to...
We might be able to...
a whole bunch first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. You might.
But we might not.
What did the FBI do? Did they do anything?
They did not on this turn, but I will go ahead and move them up so that they can be a part of this here in the following rounds. Even, yeah, he's behind that vehicle, but so be it. All right. And there's an empty Benny. Okay. I think this will be very, very interesting. I am going to deal out the cards strictly because Alvarez has run across there to shoot because he was encouraged to and is looking across that direction where Garandi is. So I think it will be interesting to see what actually happens. So let's go ahead and I shuffle it one more time because we did have
a joke,
crazy stuff. Yeah. And let me shuffle it one more time because we sure seem to be getting a lot of jokers right at the top, which is fine. Because it makes it really exciting.
Funny fuckers.
Yes, they are. Okay, I think we were doing Andy first. And we have a King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Okay.
And then we're doing Fish with the
Joker.
10 of clubs. Here we go for you, Grace, and that's giving you the 8 of clubs.
8 again?
Yeah, Margaret gets the 10 of spades. I'll go back to the cops afterward. Oh, the thugs get the ace of spades. The big creature gets the 8 of diamonds. Where's my creature? Ace. Spades. And then the creature gets... Where's my creature?
Underneath Andy.
The hunter. There we go. He gets the 8 diamonds. The remaining cop gets a 7 of diamonds. Alvarez gets a 7 of clubs. So Alvarez, 7 of clubs. He had it from, or did you already put that on there, or is that from last
just
time?
Put it in. What did
Well done.
Muniz get?
7 of diamonds. Thank you very much for doing that. And the FBI will go on 1 card, which is the 5 of diamonds.
I wouldn't worry about the FBI. I don't think they're going to get anywhere close to engage.
No.
And Colonel Sweat. What's it called?
Yeah. I didn't do
He's
him.
not had one yet.
Okay, he only gets the 5 of hearts.
I mean, it's immaterial. He's in a vehicle which is being controlled by the bad guys, but you know.
Fair enough. But you just don't know how this will develop. We've seen it before.
So I do think that
7.
apart from the nuns, the maggots, what do you call them? Yeah.
I am going to make them roll for the vehicle taken off, Christine, simply because if they crit fail it, then we'll talk about what happens to them. So the first van is going to just pull out and go over there. off into the trees at speed. And leaves
Look,
two of them
went for that
behind.
fast. Left two of them rolled out the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one, I'll make them have a driving roll at a d6. So if both, and I'll roll that. Did it roll?
Not yet.
2. Okay, fair enough.
Slade's actually in the front seat by the looks of it, because everybody else is in the back.
I threw them in there. You can argue that all day
Nice
long.
try. I like that.
Nice.
I do like that.
It was a nice try. Can I get all these together? Nope, of course not. That'd be just so freaking easy.
But I think.
However,
I think.
top
excuse me. I think making a 2 on his driving roll is a fail because he should have made a 4.
I said it would be. I shouldn't have even given you that. But I said if he does a crit fail, then I would go ahead. Which he had a 1 in 6 chance.
He has got a flat tire and a log under his wheel.
It's not flat yet. It's deflating.
And he needs to make a driving roll. He needs to make a driving roll. So a 2 wouldn't have made it.
No. I gave you that being kind. There's nothing hard about this. He just guns it and goes up the road.
And he steers into a tree because he's got no turning ability with a flat tire.
He may.
Smash him.
Driving down a paved road on a rim is doable. Driving on this dirt road on a rim is not. I want to hear that car. I want to hear that van smash into a tree. Very good. And that may be what happens. We'll see what happens. What do you guys... So I'll go quickly to Andy.
Hey, can I make a roll to see if I can change back?
Yes. Is it -2?
Nope. In that case, Andy's going to... Andy's going to run.
Okay. Which way?
16 inches.
Interesting.
He's going...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fast. He's very fast.
Very.
Because he gets +2, and it also changes his run die up a level to D8.
I mean, if you want to, you could chase the vans and be up to those guys if you wanted to. However, it depends what you want to do at this point.
At this point, Andy
dogs have to chase. No, it's against his will. Dogs have to chase vans. You know they have to. Off you go.
No, in this case, Andy needs to get to the trees.
Yeah, as quick as.
So he's going to head directly away from the light.
Nice.
He's going to head north. So 16 straight into the trees. He's going to get to there. Oh, I can't see anything.
You're out of the light. I didn't set your thing. Just 2 seconds.
He has infravision, so he can see in the dark.
There we go. Can you see?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
For like 5 feet. I can only see 5 feet.
I will fix that. Oh,
I think Andy would also broadcast with his mind to the hunter.
I do want to see what he says to the hunter. I think it's probing at you.
Let me go. All right, 16. So go to there for a start.
Good. There's a query in your mind. It's not a spoken question. It's simply a query.
I am... I still have my own mind, but I cannot be discovered by these others who know nothing.
You still have your own mind. Very good. But understand, as this gets worse, I will be here. I will take away your misery. Okay. Margaret. Christine, are you going to have Margaret pelt up the road as hard as you can go?
No. No. Basically, she's not going to come towards this wolf thing.
Oh, give her an occult roll. See if she sees it this time.
Well, she's seen it. She has seen it. Fear.
Yeah. That's right.
She had to do fear. She's vulnerable, so she's now sort of standing there. She's not going to come any closer to it.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got the forelegs and face of a wolf and the hindquarters of a massive mountain lion, and then the antlers coming out are hideous in shape, almost moose-like, but more pointed. Its eyes are golden glow. What
she will do, though, is point at it and go, "What is?"
Okay.
And nobody else can see it. She doesn't know that, though. So she's
quickly look to see where Margaret is pointing, and she seems to be pointing towards Alvarez. And I go, "That's Detective Alvarez, you fool!"
Well, does she do anything else? Because it will be Fish's turn.
I think only back away once a pace. She's just going to kind of back away from it.
That's very fair. Fish, I think you're elbows deep in gore.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the blood's kind of still pumping, but not as much as it was. So I'm basically touching him up like a pervert.
So no, you made
I'm
your original
basically check his pulse to see, and I'm basically thumb in the neck, fingers on his wrist, and basically I'm keeping count of his pulse, and that's all I'm doing. And I shout,
ready.
I need medic bag now. Come on. Whoever, wherever. Nuna, snap out of it. Get me the fucking healer bag.
All right. I like that. I think we will then go across to the hunter, who simply follows. Let's see, that was 7. Yeah, I think she's going to go right up there in that gap. Grace, your turn. You've heard what Fish has yelled.
She's checked down on her two. Are they breathing? They're just unconscious. She sees they're breathing. Yes.
Nope, they're dead. No, yeah, absolutely. They're conscious. They're unconscious, but no, they're unconscious, but they are breathing. It looks like they have been tranked, just like was attempted towards Andy so unsuccessfully. Who knows exactly how this happened? I guess you'll probably find out when you get a chance to talk to them. But they're out. Yes.
In which case, she will make a run attempt, and she is 5, 10, 50. What am I doing? 5, 10, 15. 3.
I know.
4, 5, 6. She's now stuck under somebody. No, yes, that's her. No, hang on. Let's move her back and move him back.
Yep.
Sorry about that. She's basically made a run to Nessie. She's flung open the door's open because Fish came out of it.
Yep.
She basically grabs the healing rucksack, and then basically a pace back and then she's literally almost shucked it at Fish.
Perfect. All right. Officer Nunez, who is down there, opens the bag for you, Fish, so everything is completely ready for you next round. Detective Alvarez is staring. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a notice roll for him at a D8. -2 for the darkness and everything else to see what he saw with Andy. -2 is a 4. He saw something. He saw something lupine sprint away from the area. I mean, he didn't see like a shambling man creature. I think he saw a very canine something that just moved like the wind away from the group. And whether or not he's put anything together, we'll have to see. He's not an idiot. Okay. So I think that's Detective Alvarez's turn as he comes back down. He says, we got to get the cars going. Says, Officer Nunez, we need to start moving these out of here so we can get this turned around and get him to the hospital. So he's going to start moving down towards his vehicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, coming around the side. He yells down because he sees the 2 FBI agents. We got an officer down. You need to clear out the road. So they're going to jump in there. On their turn, they will jump in their car and move out of the way. Okay.
Also need to secure this crime scene.
Yep.
Because although they were wearing suits to prevent, DNA and things,
there's a
lot of blood.
Absolutely. So
these possibly dropped tranquilizer guns with.
Oh, there's definitely darts. There's definitely darts all over the place. So I think how this little bit will end is the FBI agents back out of here. They move the cars around. They put Officer Colwell in his cop car. Since Fish is
can we not do another healing? Since Fish has now got a healing bag,
we can.
And I should be able to give him an assist with my healing.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, okay. So I want epinephrine.
Grace will
they
spend
should
a
have
penny.
that in there.
Okay. Grace spends a penny. Very good.
Hang on.
Well, if Rob assists, that would be.
Hang on, 2 seconds. Just close my character sheet because I'm just stupid.
Hey, hang on just 1 second, Rob, because you may get an assist from. There's the assist from Grace, gives you the 4. Unless you're trying to go for a raise.
Well, no, hang on. Rob can't make another healing roll.
He's only going to do 1. That's right. During the.
He can assist. Grace doing it.
Okay. Well, either way, that works because Grace has the 3. He has the 13. It puts it up to a 4. Okay.
Well, no, because I just spent a penny to re-roll mine because I have got pennies left.
Yes, and you have a total of.
Which means you succeeded with 2 raises.
2 raises.
Without me. So I say, right, look for the epinephrine. Okay, shoot him with that, and then shoot him with some morphine.
It does look like you've stabilized the guy to where he's going to be not just bleed out or succumb to his wounds on the drive to the hospital with that phenomenal roll that Grace did with your help with all the equipment that you had available. So they head off. Nunez moves back to start. He's called it in, so other cops are going to come to try and secure the area. Says you need kids. Need to go ahead and get on out of here.
Back of the cop car. I'll go in the back of the cop car with
Grace
Nunez.
is back over to her family now.
Yeah, as you're getting them, he says we're going to have to talk to you about this.
Getting them undone. She's undoing the ties and cable ties and stuff.
This is kidnapping. This is one of our officers is shot. I'm not going to be able to completely cover any of this up. But we are going to have to question you guys. So I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. But tomorrow, he looks at his. When are you done with class? Just come down after your classes, and we'll interview you one at a time.
I'll be in training after classes.
Ish. Okay. When you're done with that, you're gonna have to swing on by.
Okay.
I'll be waiting. Start thinking about exactly what your discussion is. Where's your friend Andy? I thought he was here.
He was chasing after the vehicles. He ran after them.
Up the road?
Yep.
I tell you, sometimes that lad is like a dog with a bone.
He is. He's been jogging in the mornings, and it's just got into him. I'm afraid he just chases anything now. He loves jogging.
circled around in the woods while all this has been going.
Yeah, absolutely. He says,
"Where's Alvarez? Where
Alvarez is standing over here talking to everybody. These guys are gone. All those other folks are gone. Margaret's here by the vehicle. Fish is by the vehicle. All the others are by the vehicle, loading up. And he's talking to you guys. You want to just come stumbling out of the woods after you run, or do you want to just wait until everybody goes? What's your thought?
Well, for a start, I'm under a full moon. Can I change back?
Oh, you're going to have to make a roll for that. Yeah, let's make a roll, and this one will be for all the marbles for the rest of the night. So, at -2.
Nope.
I think you're going to take yourself a nice little jaunt.
Look at a werewolf. Yeah.
No, Rob.
He's just rubbing it in.
He is.
I said I would give you one.
It's pressure.
Tomorrow you'll have to. Actually, you know what, Andy? I will give you the Benny that I got for the creature. Because it is not necessarily on the other side.
Can't you ask it to put the charm back?
I'll try again.
The spell back.
I'm absolutely. I mean, the last 2-3 sessions, I've been absolutely cursed with spirit rolls. I just cannot roll spirit rolls.
Give it another shot.
So yeah, and he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to go. He's going to have to get the guys. He's going to text the guys because he can't talk, of course. So he can text them.
Yes.
He text.
Say,
Werewolf, he can use it. Where does he put his phone? Does he hide it in his secret pocket?
It's in his stretchy pants pocket.
We've established.
Oh no, he needs. Yeah, we've established he needs to make a roll to see if his clothes survive.
Oh, we did.
Did we, when did we establish this? I mean, you just
change size. You change size.
Yeah, and we said stretchy pants.
You change size.
We did.
Your leg muscles become way bigger.
We did say that if you wore,
you might go Hulko on them. They might be still around your waist and everything, but they're tasseled.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doubled in size. Yeah. He's bigger, but he's not doubled in size. So
let's not rehash this here. We did establish that only if something restrains you from changing is it in danger of being destroyed, or is destroyed. And since you carefully this evening, knowing that it was the full moon, got your biggest, baggiest sweatpants, you're good to go.
You're kind to him, so kind.
I am.
See how kind the GM is to you, even though he made you turn. He's so kind.
Absolutely. So it cuts all directions, right?
Yeah. So anyway, Andy's gonna. How far is it to town from here?
Oh, we're talking about 5 miles. So you can jog. You can jog that back, and we'll form like nothing else.
He will. Yeah. He'll do that.
And on the 26th. Moon set is at 8:04 in the morning.
Ooh, when's his first class?
Good question.
Well,
I think this last time. Let's say that this is So let's say that your Tuesday, Thursdays, you can do a quick dice roll. 1, 2, 3. 1 is 8. 2 is 9. 3 is 10. Hey, there you go, 9. You'll have tons of time.
That's 20 minutes.
So let us take a quick pause here, and we can come back tomorrow as you guys are dealing with some of the aftermath of this. Back from our short break. The fight is over. The struggle to get Officer Colworrell back to the hospital is ongoing. We're making a quick roll to see exactly what his injury looked like, and Rob is rolling that for us on the injury table, even though he's been healed up a bunch. 7. So guts. So now you need to roll a 1d6 and his agility will be reduced to die type. He was at a D6, it's down to a D4.
D4.
Okay. So
it's better than being dead
right now until he's all done. Absolutely better than being dead. So you guys will get him back to the hospital. I think, to be fair, I'll have all of you guys sort of have your initial interview with the cops there at the hospital. Actually, none of you guys are injured, are you? So you guys don't have to go to the hospital. So we can definitely wait till the next day then for you guys.
I mean, they can talk to me.
I would have thought Ruthie and Tom Whitmore would want to be checked over.
They would definitely want to be checked over. So I think you guys would go. So I think that there's a standard battery of questions. What type of information are you trying to give to them?
None.
Well, basically, what they know is we sent them the texts.
Yep, saying, hey, they've been...
we basically said, yeah, we need help. Then we drove over. We saw that they were there. Andy went forward. So they seemed to want Andy for some reason. We don't know why.
When they shot
Andy went forward, and then they all started.
When they shot at Andy, that's when Grey Force went in.
Yeah.
I waited until they did something.
Tried using a taser, tried using pepper spray. Nothing seemed to work on that guy, but we did recognize him from the restaurant. So we can describe him.
Most seriously. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you have your GoPro camera.
Oh, and I have my GoPro camera. Yeah.
You can provide some images.
Which I will carefully edit so it cuts out just before Andy goes furry.
Well, it's a GoPro. It's pointing forward.
Yes, but it then suddenly moves up about a foot from the ground, and there's lots of growling and hairy arms coming out in front. So yeah.
So I think there may be some further repercussions, but to keep it really ETU, I think that Alvarez with a arched eyebrow at the film. This is after you've given it to him the next day. Mm-hmm. I think he will tell you guys is you did the right thing. You called when you needed to. I don't think my men did anything wrong. I'm glad to report to you guys that Officer Worrell will survive. He did take a slug. We've analyzed ballistics. We're working back through things. There's a couple of folks that have popped up on the radar screen, and he holds up a picture of that colonel. Says this guy wanted by Interpol for war crimes. He's a known soldier of fortune, done some bad things in the backside of Africa. If we can catch him, we will.
Well, I'm just trying to remember, was he one of the guys at the restaurant at the table?
Yes.
So I'll tell that to Alvarez as well. So from that, so if you get the footage, because he was at a table with Dr.
Eliza Berg.
Dr. Eliza Berg and
you don't know Dr. Silas Crow.
Dr. Berg. Up from Worldwell.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
they seem very, very chummy. But yeah, check a look at the footage from the restaurant last night. Night before.
Yeah, and the white vans, I know that's interesting. Yeah, we will definitely start investigating down that direction. Things may get a little hot for our friends out at Worldwell. I think with that, with you sneaking back into class just in time in the same clothes that you were in earlier. Maybe you grabbed a t-shirt from that backpack that you keep where you've got the extra clothes. We see the camera closes on Andy rushing in and getting into class just in time. Okay. I think we can end that session, which was sort of a 2-session thing right there. And at 9:25, what I can give you for the next time, and we can talk a little bit about this, is, and I've got extra help here. So I'd say probably about Thursday, you get a text from, oh, good grief, how do we want to play this? I think this is, well, oh yeah, we got to go back to Glen Mac. Absolutely need to get back to Glen Mac. Glen Mac, hey, we got a haunting. If you guys are funny. Yep.
Quick question. Is Grace phoning this number that she got from the bullet?
Yes.
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah, she is. But she's only doing it. Oh, she is, but she's only doing it once she has let Fish know about the message, and she has got him to set up some form of recording type device.
Okay. Where do you do this? So for those of you that are watching, this phone number is something that Grace found on the notice board at the Lantern Yard, where people tend to put stuff up, and it's left there. All sorts of, love notes, all sorts of different interesting things from the students that they just sort of have this board left up there. But there was one to Grace. What did it say, Grace? It just, Grace call?
Just simply said, Grace, please call.
Mm-hmm.
It was very simple.
Piece of paper in your hand. As you look at it, it looks like it's the backside of one of the restaurants where they take the orders. An order pad. So if you were to flip it over, at the top it says Lantern Yard, and there's like some places they can tick for different types of food or drink or stuff like that, as well as just some notes where they can add at the bottom. It's real old school here at the Lantern Yard. But it looks like probably this was asked for from one of the wait staff to take a note. And the note was written. And it looks like it's curled at the edges a little bit, like it's maybe some of the humidity and things like that's gotten to it over time. It's written in pen in a broad cursive, which some people still know how to do. And there's the number. You can dial it. Are you at Fish's, you said?
Yes. I'm hoping, as I say, he will have set up for me some kind of recording device.
Very, very good.
Well, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Sherlock, and I'm going to type the number in and ask the internet to find out what they can about the number. So within around about 30 seconds, I get a whole shitload of information based on that telephone number.
Give me give me a hacking roll, even though there's only so much you are going to get.
If it's a prepaid disposable, then yeah, there's not going to be that much.
That ain't so
and
good.
I know that's crap. I'm going to spend a penny on that. And
I got him to go at this point.
There you go.
There you go. So
Sherlock comes back with all the info.
It is a prepaid disposable phone.
Where was it paid? Where was it?
It's bought from a Walmart. Okay, it's a track phone, which is just it's like if you bought it out of a Tesco's, you just bought one of those phones.
Yep.
So
Does it
that's
give me the
what you got?
address of or the location of the Walmart? I think it's nowhere near Pine Box.
It does not. There's probably a Walmart at least in one of the towns close by, if not here. So you could probably, you might be able to trace that back a little bit, but I don't think so.
Does it give you when it was activated?
It does.
Phone?
It does. It was activated roughly 2 months ago.
Okay. In that case,
And we'll work
what
on
I'll
a
do
date,
is I say,
Christine.
here you go. So I give I give Grace all the information, and then I bring on my laptop and put a cable in between the phone and the laptop, thus making it use the laptop's speakers and microphone.
Okay.
We test that out so it works, and then she can make the call.
Okay.
Just taking back a month, and that is just about when a certain young man kind of went missing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not, because he went missing in May. What month about? No, this is when we got the envelope. When we did all of our research, roughly speaking. This is just when we were getting back to campus.
Okay. So you're going to push the one more time on that, Grace. You said it was.
It would have been August, so 2 months back would have put it around about August the 20th, mid-20th.
Okay. Let's just pick a date, 26th. Okay.
So Wednesday the 26th of August.
It was purchased in the evening, about 7 p.m. That's when it was turned on. That's when it was activated. I mean, it could have been purchased several days before and not activated, but that's when it was activated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're ready to record.
Yep.
Dial the number.
That's it. She does indeed.
Dink, 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 dink. Rings once. Rings twice. Rings a third time. You hear it pick up. You can hear like it's like when you reach in your pocket and you grab your phone and you click it on as you're trying to bring it up to your mouth. And so you can hear, oh, God damn it. And then you hear another voice even further in the distance. He's here! He's here! This way! Yelling. And then there's a couple of, you hear a gunshot. Bang! And then the phone appears to hit something on the ground. And you hear scuffling sounds. And then it's picked up. Who is this?
Who's this?
Click. That, oh, God damn it, sounded a lot like a certain Jackson Green to you, Christine.
Now, I know Jackson's voice, maybe not as intimately as Grace, but even so, do I think it sounded like Jackson?
Yeah.
I just look at
Well,
Grace
you've got it on recording.
Yeah, and without uttering a word, I'm typing, and I'm trying to find that phone's GPS. Where was it?
Absolutely. Give me a hacking roll.
Another one. Already made 28.
I know. I'm
And you've got no bennies
jeoparding you.
Made
There's
it
a
though.
4. So it's not with the rays, But what you get in the moments it was there, it was north of town, north. In my head, the way I see it, northeast of town, sort of in the area where you guys went for your float trip with the catfish.
Yeah.
And it's sort of right up in that area, but you're not really sure which cell tower, etc. It's pretty spotty coverage out there. You're lucky you actually got a hit. It was probably a 1-bar hit if you were lucky. But it does give you something to think about.
Hey.
Do some voice recognition on the, voice analysis, voice recognition. Check to see if that actually was him.
Do you
also
guys
check to see if we know who's this voice.
I think you guys have some other social media stuff with Jackson's.
No,
talking.
I'll stick it through Showdown.
Okay. And I think you got something to compare it against.
And I've got.
Well, yeah, because Jackson did that cheesy advert.
Yep. The cheesy advert.
I'll split the audio file, one for the first guy and one for the second guy. Okay. And I'll filter both through Showdown. That should give me a lot of information. It should pick up the audio sample, and if there's anything on social media, it will pick that up.
Okay. So it's Jackson Green. He's alive.
Second or the first? Well, it wouldn't be the first. It would be the second, wouldn't it?
Here's the. God damn it!
Right.
What's the first one?
First son.
Yeah.
The second one that goes, who's this? That one? Even with your hack and roll, Rob, it doesn't hit a person.
Okay. Right, so I replayed the recording. I'm listening. What exactly does Jackson say?
He said, "Oh, God damn it," or something to that effect.
He did indeed. He said, "Oh, God damn it." I wrote it down.
Yep.
Exactly what he said.
Then he said,
I'm sure that will not be brought back up to his attention someday.
No, then we heard another voice saying,
"He's over there!
He's here! He's here!"
Ooh, that voice.
And a gunshot.
I don't think, no. The gunshot is identified as a 9mm Glock with your hacking.
Okay. So, am I right in saying that there's 3 voices?
Possibly three.
Right, okay.
At least 2, possibly 3.
Just at the right time. Excellent. Fucking timing, hey, Grace. Fucking timing. Shit.
See, I'm actually really quickly. Let me, while you guys are discussing amongst yourselves, I've got to look up something because I may add one more.
I didn't block your number going out either, Gracie.
Oh, interesting.
Well, we couldn't block it because if it was Jackson, we needed him to know it was me calling.
Yeah, but it wasn't Jackson's telephone number.
Yeah, but
shit.
Grace was still hoping that's what it was.
Somebody else has got that phone that Jackson had, and now somebody else has got it, and they got your number. Well, without sounding horrible, Gracie, you're gonna have to start practicing your long kicks. Some balls are gonna get broken.
Well, I assumed that Grace's phone used a burner phone to phone that burner phone.
Okay.
Oh, possibly.
So I wanted to add one other color piece that I didn't have because I didn't have the document up in front of me when I was trying to think this through. So, the one other thing that you hear Jackson say was that I didn't say after the whole goddamn it, he goes, "Run, Paul."
What was that?
Ooh.
Run, Paul.
Run to Paul. Ah.
Paul?
Okay.
Who the hell's Paul?
With that, I want to go onto the university website and go to the student section and have a look and see if there's any Pauls.
That you could try and associate with Jackson?
No, that are no longer in attendance at ETU, but should be, if you know what I mean.
I'm suddenly
They're
dropped
still
out
active.
You're
for
doing
whatever
that.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to Jackson. I mean, Jackson's dropped out because he's gone missing. So I'm going to see if there's anybody else under the name of Paul. Now I'm searching surname and forename, and also middle names. So I'm doing the 3 searches.
Big searches, absolutely.
Yeah, to see if anyone in the university with the name Paul has recently dropped out within the last 2 months.
There's a Paul Estes, Estes, who lives in Denver, Colorado, or came from there, who recently withdrew from courses and left. There is a Paul Gregory, who recently transferred to another school. He actually transferred just up the road to Red River University. Red River State University, RSU. And there is a Paul Rivera.
Pardon? What's the
Rivera,
surname?
the famous, the Rivera, the famous, was he a highwayman? Paul Rivera?
I don't know.
I
No.
know
Revere.
Che Guevara.
No, I'm not.
Paul Revere, do you mean?
No.
Yes, I did.
Paul
You guys are
Revere
going
was
higher,
was the guy with the lantern, wasn't he?
Yeah, one if by sea. Yeah.
The English are coming. The English are
Yeah, the
coming.
English are coming. Yeah. It's the famous silversmith.
Yes,
But no, this
That's
is
him.
Paul Rivera,
There he is.
R-I-V-E-R-A, who actually just stopped coming to classes. He is from Dallas. His family was. There you go.
Okay. Right. So in our downtime, I'll copy all 3 of those pictures, and as and when I will stick those through Showdown as well. And let's see what social medias come back for all 3.
Okay.
And if there's any telephone numbers that are associated with those names and pictures, whether that be a home
Very, very
telephone
good.
number, address, and all the rest of it. So I'll do the full search. That'll take a Showdown around about 10 minutes to do each one.
All right.
But I'm not really bothered whether we role play it now or next week.
Yeah, let's jam that out for next time. Christine,
But
I
we've got
will
a lead.
need to
We've got a
see
lead,
those
Gracie.
in
We've got a
writing
lead.
because I don't have them all together, and we'll go from that. So if you can get that where I can read it at some point, Christine, I'll be eternally grateful. Okay. We survived the full moon. Andy, the only person who may or may not have seen something weird, is one of your good allies. So hopefully that will not turn anything weird later. We did meet a strange hunter spirit associated with the Caddo Indians and their mythology. It queried Andy about his state with the wolf and seemed satisfied. that Andy was still in control of the wolf. The man controlled the wolf, not the wolf controlled the man.
Well, of course he would.
We had a shootout that killed outright 2 people that were wearing these hazmat suits. Killed them dead. They were dragged bleeding into their vans. A bunch of evidence was left for the police to sort through. Officer Cole Worrell is in intensive care at the hospital. I think at the hospital, Andy, we didn't role play it out, but you may have seen in the distance going from one hall to another that administrator.
Well, Andy wouldn't, because Andy wasn't there.
Oh, Andy wasn't there. He was running through the woods.
He was, yeah.
Very good. That makes a lot more sense. The FBI folks their interest is completely piqued, and you guys and what's going on again. And so that'll be a complicating factor in the future. We burned through a lot of bennies.
Yes. Can we ask as well? How were my family taken? Were they taken from his apartment? Were they taken from a restaurant?
So that is something. Let's talk about that. So what happened? Because you were with them all night. So during the day, your dad says, Ruth and I were sitting at the table eating a Subway sandwich that I'd gotten. When we started feeling really sleepy, Ruth said she was going to go lay down, and I fell asleep right at the table. I don't know what happened.
Okay, that means I think the cops need to investigate the Subway.
So whatever the case, either they were drugged through that, or someone put a thing under the door with gas, or what? But they definitely were.
Did they finish? Yeah. Did they finish eating their sandwiches?
Your dad says,
anything that can be sent off to the lab to be checked to see if it was in the sandwich or whether or not it was gas.
Absolutely, there's a sandwich left, and so Detective Alvarez has gone to their place. He's gotten that, and he's also taken samples and swabs around their place, so that we will. There may be some information that comes further out of that.
Excellent.
Boy, I tell you what, once you start mixing the cops in with everything, and you get an officer shot and injured, things start getting really real with the cops. They're going to start hunting stuff down. So very, very good.
Yep.
It may be really bad for the bad guys. We'll see.
Another point: kidnapping of a minor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kidnapping. Who knows how? We'll be lucky if it doesn't get into the press. Actually, we know everybody who's here, so the odds are they can keep it out of the press. But we'll see what that does. Good. I had a good evening. Hope you guys did too.
Yeah.
It was a big fight. It was supposed to be a dramatic moment because it was the full moon on the hunter's moon, and I think it turned out that way.
Yeah.
And none of you guys got killed. So, yay.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
There was some danger. Danger. There's a lot of bullets that were spraying around. You guys did the right thing and called in the cops who were there. You used your cards so that they would get there in time, and I wouldn't just wave it off and go, "Oh yes, we're across town. We'll get there as soon as we can."
We're watching The Godfather. We're all having basically. Alvarez watched it and he said how good it was. So basically, we're all around his for a rewatch.
Exactly. So
what bucket of popcorn for each of us, and we're
yeah.
So it really could have been a lot worse situation because them showing up did change the dynamics greatly. I think Andy's actions saved the giant beast from engaging, which would have been really, really interesting. I think if you had chosen to start tearing apart a bunch of people as a wolf, your thoughts are. Probably if you'd gone down that path, it might have caused a very different outcome than you're simply resisting and trying to protect people. So we learned a lot. Really interesting session. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. I will see you next Wednesday.
During the week after this, Grace has been reading some romance novels as well, because she's just into it as well. And she sits down with Margaret. She's going to sit down with Margaret.
No.
Big X.
We do not want to know what Christine has been reading in her romance novels.
Interesting facts about werewolves.
Joey, how did you know that word?
None of us want to know. Trust me.
He's insistent. He doesn't want to Google knotting.
No. Okay, well, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh. You know what?
See, I told you you did not want to know.
I don't know what Christine's been reading, but it's definitely different. Wow. Usually I would always warn all of our readers anytime that Rob starts speaking, you just never know. But I have revised my my warning. Yeah. Yeah. Here. Go ahead. Wave at the dirty cat. Oh yeah. Wave at the dirty cat. Oh, it's a naughty cat. Oh. Yes. Anyway.
I think Rob, you need to cut it early. Just cut it before, or just cut that segment out. Just
like, wow.
Bleep it out. Just bleep it out. You keep our reactions. And just bleep out what she said.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it for clickbait. Grace likes knotting.
No, never said that. Never said that. I said,
Hey, you're all done.
It's fine.
Andy
we'll
doesn't want to Google
from
knotting.
pervy bastards
until the video's taken down. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. With that said, well, I think we're done for the evening. we were done for the evening about how many minutes ago, Pete?
Yeah.
We'll have to look at the timestamps.
Yeah.
Did you know it's not just lycanthropy that happens to? Sometimes it happens to male dogs, and they've got to go to the vets because it could be really bad for them.
Yeah.
We are absolutely aware of that.
I don't care. I just don't care.
I don't want to know. When Pete said
William.
X, that's an X.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. We have to honor the red X.
I have to live with this. She's described all of this stuff. It's like, I can't unhear it.
Oh Lord. Okay.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.